The Trump campaign announces a $35 million fundraising haul after guilty verdict. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new video, and today it is time to talk about the 2024 presidential election because everyone, we might be witnessing one of the biggest political backfires in American history. And for those that don't know what's going on, Donald Trump was found guilty of 34 felony counts in the New York hush money trial. Yeah, that's right. The same trial that by most accounts was a complete sham. They found him guilty on every single count. Well, it seems like that the American people are not happy about this decision. Quite frankly, it seems like they're furious, as Donald Trump's campaign announces what could very well be the largest fundraising haul in American history. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Again, folks, all support is greatly appreciated, and yeah. Now, I do want to be clear that I'm not saying for 100% certainty that this is going to deliver Trump the election. I'm not saying that at all, but it appears that as of now, this is backfiring against Democrats that pushed this insane trial. So, let's get into it. The Trump campaign brought in roughly $35 million after former President Trump was found guilty of 34 felony counts in a New York hush money trial Thursday. Yeah. He raised $35 million in just a couple hours. Not in a week, not in a month. Nope. Within like 12 hours of the verdict, he raised $35 million. And that's despite the website crashing every 5 seconds. That's a lot of money. As this campaign argues, the verdict supercharged support among grassroots donors. And that's the biggest takeaway from this fundraising haul. This wasn't like Mar-a-Lago a couple months ago where it was just a bunch of big donors giving the Trump campaign money. Because when you factor in big donors, yeah, the Mar-a-Lago fundraiser probably was the biggest fundraising haul ever. It was like $50 million or whatever it was. This money he's raising just for the Trump campaign, by the way. This is small donors. These are not big donors giving Trump $5 million a piece or something. No. These are small donors flooding to the Trump campaign. From just minutes after the sham trial verdict was announced, our digital fundraising system was overwhelmed with support, and despite temporary delays online because of the amount of traffic, President Trump raised $34.8 million from small dollar donors. Trump campaign senior advisors Chris Lachiva and Susie Wallace in a joint statement Friday. Yeah, this is from the campaign itself. This isn't just an anonymous source that said, yeah, they might have raised $35 million. Nope. They officially raised $35 million from small donors. Yeah, notice how they worded it. This isn't total. It appears that the money that they're saying that they raised are just from small dollar donors, which is usually under $100 to $200. So if someone donates like $50, someone that donates $12, those are the small donors. These are not, people that can give $1 million a piece. They are just average people that can give just like $20, and that's it. So this $35 million might be a bit misleading because it might not factor in someone like Elon Musk giving Trump $1 million or something, which he can through the joint committee with the RNC. But either way, this $35 million just from small donors is impressive enough. But when you factor in the possibility that this doesn't include the big donors, this doesn't include other committees, it could be closer to $50 million or even $60 million, which if that's the case, that would be incredible. But $35 million alone is big enough. And we do got to see if they actually mean all the donors or they just mean small donors, which I think that's what they mean here. That's what they said, but they might have got it mixed up and they said, yeah, we raised $35 million, but mostly from small grassroots donors. But who knows? Maybe they actually meant, yeah, these are just small dollar donors giving money to Trump's campaign. The campaign said the fundraising total broke the campaign's previous record for small dollar donations in a day. Lachiva and Wallace said nearly 30% of the donors following the verdict were new to the WinRed platform, which is used by Republican candidates for fundraising. Yeah. So it appears that this is just small dollar donors. This isn't, everyone. This doesn't include someone like Elon Musk. These are just average people giving $30 to the Trump campaign. And on top of that, you notice what they said about how many of these donors were new? They said 30% of these small donors were new to the WinRed platform. That means these people before yesterday never gave money to Trump's campaign or any Republican, because they said to the WinRed platform. That includes virtually every single Republican. Yeah, 30% of these donors are new to the Republican Party, or at the bare minimum, new to WinRed. That's a sign that this isn't just Republicans giving money to Trump. Because if it was like 1%, you might argue, okay, these are just people that are Republicans, but they finally gave money. 30%, that's a sign that a bunch of independents, hell, even some Democrats, might have looked at this and said, this is insane. And you know what? I will financially back Trump after what happened yesterday. I mean, think about that, 30% of the donors. And let's assume that the average donation was like, $10. I don't know if that's real or not, but either way, let's assume that the average person gave $10 to Trump yesterday. So that means 3.4 million people donated. But let's just say that. 30% of that is what? About 1 million people? There could have potentially been 1 million new people that gave money to Trump yesterday that never in their lives gave him money beforehand. This is insane. Never in a million years did I think you would be seeing the numbers that the Trump campaign is getting from fundraising. I thought it was going to be a bump, but I don't think even the Trump campaign thought they were going to raise this amount of money. And you think, okay, this is good enough for Trump, right? Like, this is good news for Trump that his campaign is raising a lot of money. Well, the first poll post-conviction has been released. And I do want to be clear that it is one pollster and it is a small sample size. Obviously, it's a snapshot poll. It might not be accurate, but JL Partners released this poll, and guess what? Trump got a 6-point bump in approval. In particular, the numbers show a 4-point net positive impact among independent voters. So these are not just, die-hard Republicans that say, I'm going to vote for Trump no matter what now. No. These are independents saying, we have a more favorable opinion of Trump after this verdict. Yeah. This is a single poll. It could be wrong. But it still demonstrates that as of now, and it actually correlates well with what the Trump campaign has seen in donations, the average voter is not happy about this decision. They may not like Trump, but anyone with a brain can realize this case from the get-go is a scam. The fact that you have a partisan Democrat as a judge, you have a lynching jury, and the star witness for the prosecution is a known liar, and in fact, lied on the stand like 15 times and admitted, yeah, I stole a bunch of money from Trump's campaign. Despite all of that, he was still found guilty, on top of an insane legal theory that even most Democrats would agree with is just batshit crazy. He was found guilty on every single charge. The average voter is going to look at that and say to themselves, what the hell are we doing? Trump, as of now, is the frontrunner over Biden. He just is, based on the polling numbers, based on the betting markets. As of now, all right, even before yesterday, Trump was the favorite according to virtually every metric. Well, they convicted him. They convicted the frontrunner to become the next president of the United States of America. People are not going to be happy about that. People are not going to celebrate except partisan Democrats. And the first poll released shows, yeah, people are not happy about this decision. It could be one poll, fine. But I would not be shocked if we see a similar trend among every other pollster. It could be a negative for Trump, who knows? But based on the numbers we're seeing from the Trump campaign on donations, I'm going to find it hard to believe that he's going to suffer a 12-point drop-off like some people expect. Could it happen? Maybe. But the chances of that actually occurring, I don't think so. Especially with the fact that 30% of the donors that gave money to Trump yesterday were new. They were new donors that never gave money to any Republican. But for the first time ever, they did. And they didn't give that money to some average Republican. Like, you would expect them to give that money to Nikki Haley or Tim Scott. Nope. They gave that money to a convicted felon that for years they were told about him as the Orange Man. He was a dictator. He was a fascist. He was going to bring the Fourth Reich to America. Remember that? Yeah. After all of that, they finally gave money to Trump's campaign after what happened yesterday. This is a sign that the average American is not happy about this. Because if it was just other Republicans that might have never donated before, but, you know, gave them some money just because they felt bad, okay, 10% of these donors would have been new. But 30%? This has to be including a bunch of Democrats. It just has to. It cannot just be a bunch of partisan Republicans giving money to Trump. Because you would not be seeing 30% of them being new to the program. Because you would expect them to donate to someone. Hell, someone like Phil Scott even. But they never gave money to any Republican. In fact, you could go on Twitter right now and find thousands of tweets of people saying, I never liked Trump in 2016, never liked him in 2020, I never voted for the guy, you know, I might be a Democrat, might be independent, a never Trump Republican, whatever. But after what happened in New York City with this garbage trial, I have decided I'm going to cast my vote for Donald John Trump. It's not just one person saying this. You're seeing thousands of tweets of people that we know for a fact are Democrats saying, I will vote for Trump after what happened here. But either way, the more you look at the backlash we're seeing against the verdict, the more you realize, yeah, more than likely, this is not just partisan Republicans. These are Democrats, these are independents that are giving money to Trump and are now backing him. This is a disaster for Democrats because they really thought if they threw Trump in jail, there is no way Biden can lose in that scenario. That's what they believed in. And I for a while thought, yeah, if he's in jail, maybe it gives Biden re-election. Maybe. A good chance of it, in fact. But I think it's the opposite now. I really think with how bad the case was handled from the get-go, people are looking at this and saying, what are we doing here? Why are we locking up political opponents right before the election? What the hell are we doing? This is not America. This is not the country we grew up in. We never did this. But now, Democrats try to throw Trump in jail, which they might be able to. I don't know if they will, but we just gotta see. But as of now, this backlash is against Democrats in the legal system. It's not against Trump. Because the average American realizes we have never done this before. We have never thrown our political opponents in jail, especially right before the election. We never done this. But Democrats in the legal system, they don't care. They just want to beat Trump so badly that they decided to break every historical norm we have had in America. 250 years down the toilet, just to stop the Orange Man. But anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Godspeed to all of you.